the update on the shed. So I know it's been probably about a little over a month since my last update video, and we have certainly got a lot done. So I'm excited to share with you all the things that we've done. Unfortunately, I'm not dressed to be working on the shed today, but I'm going to put the mud trays back in the shed. I took them in the house to clean them up. So I'm out here bringing them back out, and I thought, you know what, I really need to update everybody on what has been going on. So I don't like to do a lot of talking videos. My cat just brushed against the camera, so it might not fall. Please don't fall. Give me a cat, Bob. Okay, so I'll just hold my cat instead of the mud trays so he doesn't bump the camera over. So I don't do a whole lot of video recording, talking while people are here, because I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. But I tried to take a few videos while we were working on the shed, but again, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable that I'm recording the whole process. So I will pop in a couple of videos throughout. You will see me digging the trench over on the side to get the power lines from our breaker box of the house all the way to the shed. So I dug the whole trench by myself. I think he and the kids helped fill it back in. But I dug the whole thing myself, and then he was able to run the lines and put the electrical box and everything. And so you may see our electrical box looks a little lower than I think what is expected, but we looked up and it didn't seem like there was any kind of code on it. It just had to be a foot off the ground, which it is. And that's because we bought a specific amount of wire, and we just had barely enough. So it was a very good thing that we moved the box from the back of the shed to the front of the shed, because that just helps save us money there, because wire is very expensive. We didn't want to buy more than we needed, and we had literally just enough. So anyways, I just wanted to jump on here and update y'all on what we've got going on. I've got cats and chickens. You might hear Goldie coming on up here. We are our own little homestead, so don't mind the the noises and the animals. But let's jump inside and show you exactly where we're at and what we've got. We have walls, so it's going to be super echoey in here. Don't judge my mudding ability too much. This is just the first run of mud anyways, so it's essentially just to stick the tape up there. So don't look too close and judge me. It ain't gonna look pretty, but it's gonna be done, and once we sand it and paint it, you won't see the mud anyways. My mudding technique is not professional at all, but we get the job done, okay? So anyways, we have walls. The mini split is set up. My husband had it on to help kind of take out the humidity and help dry the mud a bit, and actually I probably could turn it off to save some money, because I won't be out here. I haven't been out here in a couple days, and I probably won't be. Oh my goodness, my chicken is so loud. So anyways, we have walls, we have ceiling, and the mud is starting to go. Oh, and, oh wait, that's the wrong one. We also have lights, and the guys were making fun of me, and they're like, oh, you have a whole runway of lights. Yes, I do, because, taking pictures of product is the hardest thing ever. And although there are 3 to 4 windows in here, so we should have some pretty good lighting, I still, you can't have too much light in. And when you're working on embroidery and those little fine stitches, no, give me the whole box. It was a box of 12, you're putting 12 lights in here. So that's what we did. The 2 in the back are a little bit closer together, and I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna put a wall of storage, and probably do a lot of my recording over there, I'm thinking. But I really don't think I'll know for sure what is going to be what until I start moving furniture in. So anyways, we have quite a bit of mudding to do and put the trim. Like I said, the mini split is up. The wall in the back for the dog hotel is up, and then there is a space above, and that is intentional because we didn't want to pay to put extra heating and cooling on that side. It's literally the size of a closet. It's just big enough for the dogs. It's just their little kennel. They don't need a ton of space. Honestly, what they're gonna have over there is so much more than when we travel normally. They sit in their cages until the dog sitters come to feed them. in my opinion, it's just not enough. But it's like pulling teeth trying to get people to even dog people. You would think like you wouldn't do that to your own dogs. Anyways, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it easier for the dog sitters and whatever. So, but they're gonna have way more space than they did because the room itself, even though it looks tiny, is bigger than what they were sitting in, and then they're also gonna have access to go outside to their little pen. So when all of that's done, it ain't done yet. But anyways, it's open on top just to kind of help circulate the air and help the airflow throughout on both sides. And I will bring you around over there, and I'll pop in a video of the guys kind of working on the door. Not too long of a video because again, I just didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So we had a couple friends come over and help us with that. So the door is in. My husband built some steps and the electrical's in. So I haven't started mudding over there yet, but anyways, this is where we're at. I'm not going to put flooring in until after I paint because I'm a little bit of a messy painter. I'm a messy mudder, I'm a messy painter, and I think I've convinced my husband, you know, we have the paint sprayer. Why don't we just like spray it before we put in flooring? You know, then we just have to cover, I mean, we still have to cover stuff, lights, windows, whatever, the mini split. But I think spraying it is gonna be so much faster than rolling it on. Oh, we'll see. Who knows? Anyways, that's the plan right now. So I'm gonna wait and do flooring until after it's painted. And I'm probably thinking just a rolled vinyl. I know that just is cheap or whatever, but actually rolled vinyl is what I have in my office currently, and it works great. You know, it sweeps up easy, all the threads and everything. And then if it does get kind of gunked up or stained or whatever, I'm not too worried about it because it is a cheaply rolled vinyl. So it's kind of what I'm thinking in here. But we'll see if we can find it. We went to Ollie's the other day because that's where we bought the rolled vinyl originally in my house. And they really didn't have much of a selection in the size that we needed. So I was like, well, we're not in a hurry. We're not ready to put it down. We'll wait and see if they get any more. And if they don't, well, we'll have to figure out somewhere else to get it or something else to do. So anyway, so flooring is gonna be like one of the last things before we move in that we're gonna do. We still have to trim out the windows. So yeah, but it's getting closer. It definitely feels a lot more like the space is going to be. So let me take you around to the side and show you the dog hotel. Pretty excited about it. We're still working out some kinks in there, but it's gonna be perfect for the dogs, perfect for our family. So I'm excited. Let me show you the outside of the mini split. This is the brand that we ended up going with. I don't really know much about it. My husband was the one that did all of the research on this and all of the installation. So that's that. I'm so thankful for him and all of his hard work. I have a door on the side of my shed that was not here before. So this is gonna be the dog hotel, the side of my shed, just the back half of it. I literally can stand here and touch wall to wall with bent elbows. So it's not very big. Let me bring it closer so you can see. Okay. Pretty small, but absolutely going to be perfect for my dogs. Okay, so this, we are putting up, we pulled all the stickers off of it, so I'm not even sure what it's called. And I'm not even sure if it stuck well. I thought he said it was all coming off and we were going to have to try to redo it. But it looks like, I don't know how he thinks he's going to get it off and re-glue it. It's glued the best it's going to be at this point, I think. But anyways, this is like a plastic wall covering. I'll put it in the screen, figure out exactly what it technically is called, but the idea is this is going to be for the dogs, and although they are fully potty trained, except for my Chihuahua, because if you know, you know, and you have a Chihuahua, you know, there's like literally no potty training them ever. The minute I hear her feet hit the floor in the morning, it doesn't matter what time it is, I've got to follow her and bring her outside. Otherwise, we will find an incident in the house somewhere. There's just, you know, we work around her schedule. So anyways, but my lab is fully potty trained. But when we travel, they get mad. You know what I'm saying? So I have come home, even though they're supposed to be in their cages, he's also a little Houdini and breaks out all the time. And again, the dog sitters only go twice a day. So he's been out the whole day. He's ruined my Christmas trees, peeing on them, ruined furniture by peeing on it, and it's gross. But he does it because he's angry because we've left that poor fur child home alone. So anyway, so as extra precaution, even though they'll have full access outside, we're putting up the plastic on the walls. And then again, the rolled vinyl, I told my husband, and we have some leftover from the original flooring that I put in the house. So if we do go a different route on the other side in my studio, we're still going to put rolled vinyl in here, because I told my husband, I said, if they do have any kind of an accident, or if there are water spills or something like that, I don't want any of that seeping into the cracks. Okay, so rolled vinyl, the plastic on the walls, you know, it may not be pretty, but it's going to be functional, and it's going to be a perfect spot for my dogs. And so I'm really excited about this part, because we where we live, we have no family in driving distance at all. So if we want to visit family, we often have to go away for you know, weeks at least a week at a time. So, and we love animals, and that's just the price you pay for having animals. You got to figure out what to do with them. So this is what we're doing with them. Would never probably do something like this if I wasn't already getting the shed for my studio, but I figured, you know, as part of the dream in the beginning, why not allot just a small portion of it to be a dog kennel? Because sometimes you buy these sheds, and their whole purpose is to be a dog kennel. So I thought, you know what, let's just portion out a small part, and this is the dog hotel. I'm gonna paint it cute up top and put some pictures of my pups. I don't know. I have a plan in my mind, but we'll see how it actually plays out. But basically, bare bones is gonna be functional. So I'm excited about that. All right, so that is pretty much it. That's where we're at up until this point. So going forward, we got to finish mudding, sanding, painting, putting flooring in, and then I can start ordering some furniture. Like I said from the very beginning, I'm going to utilize a lot of what I have already. I have my eye on a couple of cabinets on Amazon. They're like a metal type cabinet. And there's like 4 that I want total, but I think I'm going to order 2 at a time just to get me started. And then I want to change my craft table, because, you know, like my table I work on is pretty beat up, and it's got kind of stains on it, whatnot. It was kind of a hand-me-down and inherited from another crafter, and it served its purpose well. But for a lot of the content creating that I do, and even just, it's my backdrop for like all of my product pictures. My stinking cat is rubbing against the, stop it, go away, Bob. So anyways, oh my goodness, he did it again. He's so relentless. The whole camera just knocked over that time. Anyway, I was saying a lot of my product pictures, I'm using my table as the backdrop, and it's just kind of beat up. And I could either figure out a different place to take pictures, but what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make one of those IKEA Calyx unit tables. But I'm still kind of researching exactly what I want to do there. But so anyways, we have some time. I have time to continue to think about it, because we're still finishing the shed. And then like my corner desk that my husband and I did build back when we lived in the Midwest, and that was like my very first sewing room, teeny tiny room. I've shared pictures of it before in previous videos, but that table is actually gonna have to be chopped down a tiny bit to fit where it's gonna go in the corner in the front by the door. So I have to actually chop that down a little bit just to make it fit, which I'm kind of sad about, but I still want it. Like, I still want it in there. So we're gonna do that, and I'm just gonna see how things go as I start to move furniture in. But I feel like we're not anywhere near close to moving furniture in yet. There's still so much to do. Just the mudding alone is like daunting to me, because we're not just talking one wall, we're talking 8 walls if you include the dog room and a ceiling. Like, and I hate doing ceilings, it's the worst. And so I've done one, I've put the tape up basically, so I still have at least 2 or 3 more layers of mud that I have to put on every single seam. So it's gonna be a while. So anyways, that's where we're at. Thank you so much for tuning in and for following along on this journey. I know that many of you have been wondering what's up with the shed. Where is the shed? Where are you at with the shed? this is where we're at with the shed. So thanks for coming along. I'm sorry that these videos don't come faster, but like, we are working on it when we can find the time to work on it, and there's so much work to be done. So the next video that I do hopefully will be painting. So I'm gonna try to get through the mud. So we'll see how long that takes, and then hopefully we'll get to what paint colors that I pick. I'm thinking, please let me know in the comments what you're thinking, because I'm so indecisive, but I'm thinking like a really pale rose color, not rose, but like, well, the bear color that I was looking at was like it was like a antique rose, or I can't remember what the name of it was, like a really, really pale pink, like almost like a mauve pink, but like almost white pale, you know, like I don't want to go too pink, or like a gray, like a light gray, or a light blue. I just don't want it to be a big whitewashed white room. And I was thinking about doing black cabinets in there, but then I was researching that can actually make a room feel smaller when you do black. So I'm like, well, maybe I want to stick with white cabinets, and then I definitely don't want to do white walls. I want to have some kind of contrast. So anyways, I'm very undecided about color, so please let me know what you think I should paint my shed on the inside. I'd love to see your input and your comments. And then also, just for a craft desk, like my main work desk like area, what do you think? Do you think the calyx unit is the way to go? There's so many different variations and styles of that. So I don't know. Let me know. I want to know your input. I need your help. So let me know what y'all think. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.